Now, to another issue, less than half of Labor voters view Anthony Albanese as their preferred Prime Minister, according to a shock new poll from the 9 papers. The research from Resolve Strategic also shows the coalition's primary vote has slipped by 3 points to 38%, while Labor remains unchanged on 33. Andrew, it's not surprising to see the coalition lose some skin. They haven't had a great run recently. But what do you say about Anthony Albanese's figures there, even among rusted on Labor supporters? Will the ALP be worried about these results?
I think they've been worried all the way along, although the last few weeks they've been a bit more hopeful than they have been. Albanese's chosen the small target strategy. The risk in doing that is that his popularity continues to wane, and that's exactly what's happened. In terms of that poll, it's a new poll, I noticed, from the 9 newspapers, so I don't know how reliable it is. But it's broadly in line with the news poll, which shows both major parties down. I'll tell you what though, Labor 33, they wouldn't be anywhere near it at an election. News poll has them a bit higher at, say, 36, 37. So you're putting your house on at the moment, you're saying Scott Morrison wins next year. The question is minority government or majority government. If there's an election now, there's a chance of minority government, but we know during campaigns that the vote swings to incumbents. We know Scott Morrison's a big campaigner. It looks like he's trying to pull off the same sort of victory twice, in the sense that he's talking even now about scary things Labor will do to you. He's not a big reformer. He's not proposing big change. He's going to talk a lot about coal and how Labor doesn't support that like he did last night. And he's going to talk about lower taxes. He's trying to run the same show again. It might just work.
It may, but if he embraces net zero by 2050, he's going to have a few other arguments to win there. Now, I'm interested in your view, Andrew, where things lie more generally. We've seen the PM attempt to get on the front foot with the National Cabinet on vaccines and home quarantine. Yesterday, we had the announcement of the Royal Commission into veteran suicides. Is this part of a concerted effort to regain control of the narrative? They've had just a shocking couple of months, and do you think it's working?
Well, I don't think it is yet, but it may. But look, the vaccine, there's no question that's a real problem for the government. And the fact it looks like there are going to be a lot of hiccups like the AstraZeneca one in terms of rolling it out fast enough. He's now had to enlist the states. But international borders too becoming a big discussion point. But I've been saying a few times now, Rita, it kind of works for the government to vaccinate everyone just before the election, so you don't open international borders up and have the cases that they don't like to see in most places, especially Queensland and Western Australia, because that's where we're going to end up. We're going to have cases here. They're going to be like the flu, hopefully, not like COVID. Otherwise, we may as well just stay shut for 10 years. And that is something for the next term of government. That is the difficult political decisions that need to be made. Morrison is starting to push or educate people on the way to at home quarantine first. But really, when we're talking about an election year, that's a fight he wants to have in the next term, not something he wants to deal with now.
Absolutely. Andrew Clennell, great to hear your insights. Thanks for your time this evening.
Thanks, Rita.